We've got the whole crew here. Cadence Feldman, Christy Wells handling the camera duties as we're live with our live video stream, and we've brought back an old friend. Higgy Baby is what we like to call him. Gavin Higgins is with us, helping us run our video production here today. We're live on SandhillsExpress.com through the Sandhills Express Facebook page and Sandhills Express YouTube channel, a live video stream being brought to you of this special event here today. And we're live on the radio too, KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com, also on the free KBBN Thunderbird app. KBBN Radio recognized now as the official voice of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge as we welcome in Jeremy Shipe. Well, my friend, I know that you put a lot of time and effort into helping get all of these broadcasts together, and here we are ready to do another one. This is the race that started it all 25 years ago. Hard to believe it's the 25th anniversary run of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge road race.
25 years has all led to this, and that first SORC race in 2001 featured 36 cars. Now, I didn't add up how many cars were on the grid for today. I'll just tell you, it's way more than 36. This race has come a long ways, and so has all of the great work that the Sandhills Open Road Challenge does in the community. This is a nonprofit organization, and I think we don't maybe talk about that enough. They donate money back to wonderful community and area causes as a result of holding this every single year, and we'll talk more about that throughout the broadcast, but they do amazing things as a result of having fun out on these Sandhills roads.
Absolutely, and of course during the 25 years we've seen other events come about. Of course, yesterday we were between Kozan and Callaway for the half-mile and 1 mile shootout event, an event that I believe was added in 2002 if I'm not mistaken. And then, 12 or 13 years ago, they added the loop-to-loop race, which runs between Halsey and Purdom. So this event has certainly grown, Jeremy. Now a 3-day event, and all of the events continue to be very successful.
They do, and everybody has their favorite. And a lot of people say, you can't beat SORC itself. A lot of people like the challenge of loop-to-loop, but it all comes back to the race that started it all, and that is today, the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Should be a lot of fun to see these cars, some of them for the third time, some of them for the second time after doing the shootout and this. Everyone kind of has the different events that they take part in each year, but they all look forward to the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Well, obviously, we have to talk about the weather, and right now the weather conditions are really absolutely beautiful. We have some cloud cover blocking the sun. That is helping. 67 degrees currently. A light breeze out of the north. We are expecting highs of just 81 degrees today with a mostly sunny sky. And as you look at the weather forecast and the weather conditions right now as a whole, Jeremy, I don't think that the organizers or drivers could ask for anything more right now.
Yeah, for today or for the 3 days altogether. I mean, if you were being really picky, you'd say, the fog on Thursday, we could have done without that, but that's being real picky because afterward we got some really good racing action in, and it went smoothly and the roads were fine, so that's all we can ask for, and it looks like that's what we're going to get today. I'm just hoping we kind of have these overcast skies stick around a little bit. It is supposed to be a little bit cooler today than it was the previous 2 days, so that will bode well for the rest of the activities as a part of SORC throughout the day today.
Absolutely. Well, we can't be on the air with you on radio or with our live video stream unless we have support behind us, and we want to take time to recognize those sponsors for you right now. First, we want to thank those who are bringing you the live video stream of today's race, and they include today First State Insurance, Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill, Mills Hardware in Arnold, Nebraska State Bank, A1 Auto Repair, Power Solutions, Trotter Service, Ferreter Auto Parts, Aero Aviation, Govier Brothers Mortuary, along with the Arnold and Mullen Funeral Homes, Cobblestone Hotel and Suites, Rod's Body and Paint, High Street Insurance and Financial Services of Callaway, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. Today's video stream also brought to you in part by Grazer's Bar and Grill here in Arnold, Fort County Boutique in Arnold, and the Dahlia Valley Ranch also helping with our video stream coverage of today's Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Also want to take time to say thanks to our radio coverage sponsors for today, and they include Anderson Auto Tech, Mills Hardware of Arnold, Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers, Reed's Food Center of Arnold, Trumbull Repair and Towing, the Custer County Ag Society, A1 Auto Repair of Arnold, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Trotter Service, Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold, and Rain Dance Repair. Also want to say thanks to our bronze broadcast sponsors of the event this year, also helping us make certain radio coverage of today's event possible for you, and they include Fixed Right Auto Body, First State Insurance, BD, Arnold Insurance Agency, Broken Bow Auto Parts, Sandhills Corral, Agribest Feeds of Callaway, State Farm Insurance, Agent Donna Cahill, and South Loop Community Pharmacy. Thanks to all of those wonderful businesses who support our coverage of this event through our live video stream and also live on the radio on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com, and on the free KBBN Thunderbird app. And Jeremy, as we start thinking about people to thank, there are sponsors of just this event as a whole to allow it to keep coming back year after year to Arnold and the surrounding area. And we want to just take a moment and thank those official sponsors of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. These are the official sponsors of the entire event, and we say thanks to Pinnacle Bank, Optima, DeKalb and Asgrow, RSS Ag, Hornady, Pioneer South Loop Seed, RT Green with 444 Racing, Great Plains Communications, and Viero Wireless, and also KBBN Radio, proud to be recognized as the voice of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. On behalf of all of the organizers of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge, we say thanks to those sponsors who are the official sponsors of the event.
And we would be remiss if we didn't say thank you to those who had the first thought and the beginnings of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. One of those gentlemen is in the car, which is right in front of us. And in the front of the 25th anniversary SORC book, they have the recollections of Joe Schoen, Don Olson, and Gary Patterson. And I just wanted to read a little excerpt about that and how Don Olson, as a Custer County supervisor at the time, received a call from Joe Schoen after he had an idea about a race on this particular stretch of road, after he thought, man, what would it be like to have the whole road and drive this at a fast speed? It'd be really challenging. So Joe contacted Don Olson a few days later and asked if anyone had ever proposed a race on the Arnold to Dunning Road. Joe said his question was met with some skepticism. He did ask if it was a joke, and I assured him that I was completely serious no matter how crazy the question, Joe said. Don was remarkably tolerant and agreed to put Joe on the agenda for the next supervisors meeting. Don Olson recalls his first conversation with Joe. Don was elected to the Custer County Board of Supervisors in 1999 and will be the first to tell you he didn't have a clue what he was getting himself into. Don said he's received a lot of calls about a lot of different things pertaining to county business, but none of them came as close to the one he received one evening from a gentleman by the name of Joe Schoen. And that's how it all started. Joe thought, hey, it'd be fun to race on this road. He contacted Don, and the rest is history after that first Board of Supervisors meeting. And now, as is tradition, Don is out there in this Mustang, and he's going to cruise out, and he's going to show give the first run of the year here on the Sandhills Open Road Challenge course.
Yeah, they will send him out, kind of check the road, make sure that it is ready to go for all of the racers who will follow. And I think this is a good time, too, to just talk about the amount of volunteers that aren't just here, Jeremy, that we're watching here at the start line, but the amount of people that volunteer their time on the road itself, because, I mean, the road has to be under constant monitoring to make sure that no obstructions are coming across the road as the race continues and as it begins here this morning. Takes a lot of people working together to make this successful.
It does. 100 flagmen and gate guards, 60 fire and rescue staff, 5 ambulances, 17 fire trucks, 3 mutual aid trucks, a medical helicopter at the Y, 130 radios are out on the course, and 100 or more food prep, servers, tech crews, sales, numbering, setup and teardown, etc. It is estimated to take nearly 300 volunteers to hold the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. it's not possible to do it with just one or two people. And it's been that way since the very beginning. And as it's grown, it's required more and more volunteers. And the volunteers have always been there and are always waiting to help out and give a helping hand.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you think back to 25 years ago, it was all new, right? I mean, no one really knew what they were doing necessarily. You know, it was kind of the first year. Now here we are 25 years later. Man, oh man, they all know exactly what to do now. Everybody works in tandem. It's a well-oiled machine, I guess, to use a little car terminology here, as we are off and running with Mr. Olson. He'll go out and kind of check the road and make sure that everything is ready to go for the racers who will follow. All right, again, we're proud to be live with you on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. You can also get us on the free KBBN Thunderbird app. And we're also live with our video stream as well. You can access the links to the Sandhills Express Facebook page and YouTube channel by going to sandhillsexpress.com. We're going to step away for a moment. We'll take a radio timeout as we get close to racing for the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. 25th run coming up on Central Nebraska's information station.
Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, West Highway 2, Broken Bow, just off the curve. Dave and his crew pride themselves on doing the work you need done right while being honest and showing care for your vehicle. For personalized small-town service you won't find anywhere else, head to Anderson Auto Tech. With technology and custom fabricating at their fingertips, they can handle what other shops can't. Anderson Auto Tech in Broken Bow.
Proud to support the exciting road racing action of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Mills Hardware in Arnold. They have 350 feet of strong, reliable, consistent Milwaukee tools that they want you to see. 3 aisles of Milwaukee tools that lead the industry in durability and performance. They are proud to be the area's premier Milwaukee connection at Mills Hardware in Arnold. Happy to support the Sandhills Open Road Challenge Race Week.
This is April Good, proud to be with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. We guarantee you the very best exposure in marketing your property, averaging over 40,000 visitors per month to our website. This market is hot, but if you want a premium for your farm, ranch, or recreational land, you need your property to be able to be found by investors and buyers. If you are thinking about selling, call me, April Good, for a free market analysis and check us out at lashleyland.com.
At Reed's Food Center in Arnold, they're proud to have served the Arnold community for over 40 years. They're proud to keep local dollars in Arnold, offer the best selections at low prices, and embody small-town friendliness in everything they do. From catering, custom meat cutting, seasoning, and tying roasts, to carrying your groceries to your car, Reed's Food Center in Arnold, proud sponsors of Sandhills Open Road Challenge action. Like their Facebook page or visit reedsfoodcenter.com.
When you need towing or transport, it often comes at a time that you didn't see coming. That's why Trumbull Repair and Towing Service offers it 24/7. So when you're stranded and need emergency roadside assistance, call Dan at 870-2127. Trumbull Repair offers mechanical service, welding, and mobile welding. Trumbull Repair and Towing Service, a half-mile east of Callaway on Highway 40, but serving the entire area. Call 870-2127. And we return to Arnold, Nebraska. We're at the start line of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge, getting closer to racing. They sent out, I guess you could kind of call it the pace car, to go out and check the roadway to make sure everything looks good as we hopefully are getting close to the start of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Brent Apperson, Jeremy Shipe with you here at the start line. Again, we say thanks to our entire crew, Gavin Higgins, Christy Wells, Cadence Feldman with us, helping us with our live video stream today. Also want to say good morning to a very dear friend who is responsible really for KBBN Radio being so closely associated to this event, and that is Dave Burney, owner of KCNI, KBBN Radio, Custer County Broadcasting Company. Dave was here 25 years ago visiting with drivers, getting a feel for the event, and then as the event has grown, our coverage has grown as well, Jeremy. And so Dave is at the other end of today's race. Of course, this is kind of a two-legged race. You go down and then you come back, and both factors are factored into your timing as to who will be crowned the champion a little bit later on tonight. But Dave, good morning to you. Dave will continue our radio coverage later in the day. We'll have our live video stream of the start of the race, and then we'll end that, but we'll have reports and coverage of the return trip for these drivers that you can listen to on KBBN radio. But boy, Dave was also kind of a visionary, Jeremy, to see what this event was going to be, and I know that we are all very proud to be a part of it.
Yes, we certainly are, and fortunate to have been here 10 years just a couple of weeks ago. I don't know how involved I was with the first couple of SORCs, but I got to be a part of the bag phone era, if you want to call it that, back in the day when we were at the shootout. So it was fun to make those memories with Dave, and we've come a long ways. Now we've got multiple cameras. We got 2 laptops, a video camera switcher, and 2 internet sources. It's just come a long way, and every year we learn something new when we're setting up to do these broadcasts. So it's a continuing learning process, as it is for the organizers. It is just for us as broadcasters. Gavin did add up. We have 144 cars this year.
Wow.
He did that math. So.
And you said the first year was how many?
First year, there were 36 cars
wow.
in the first year. There's now 144. Also, that first year, they donated $4,500 into the community and area organizations. And now, several times, they've donated as much as 6 figures into the area in a year before. So that is certainly awesome and amazing. And we're going to get started with the 80-mile-an-hour class here very, very shortly. Mariah Schneider and Terry Schneider in that 1963 Chevy Corvette, they've started this race a lot of times over the years. We're familiar with that Corvette. It is worth mentioning the very first 2001 Sandhills Open Road Challenge, the 80-mile-an-hour class was won by Larry Cleveland and Glenn Weinman. Second place was Darren Weinman and Cam Weinman in the very first year of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
You know, as we think about the history of the event, you just go back to last year. There was something that happened a year ago that had never happened before in the history of the event, and that was perfection a year ago. Mike Black of Garland, Texas, achieved a perfect time in matching his target speed in the 105-mile-per-hour class last year. Boy, you think about that, Jeremy. That, to me, that is amazing because you're not just going down the course once. It's a return trip. So to basically hit perfection in your average speed during both, you know, with the 2 legs of the race combined, boy, just amazing. Who knows what we'll see this year?
Yeah, and Mike is back, and he's certainly going to be one to try to achieve the same thing. And everyone is trying to achieve that as well. We saw some perfect runs in the half mile and mile yesterday, but like you said, this is a much longer stretch of road, and to get a perfect time is just simply amazing.
Well, again, we plan to be getting started with the start of the race here in just a moment as I continue to check things out on the course to make sure everything is safe. And, you know, we do have to give a shout out to all of the emergency personnel from several areas that come here, Jeremy, to support this event. You can't run an event like this without them because, listen, safety is always the major priority, and they've made it the major priority here at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
They attend a lot of meetings. They go through a lot of preparation, and they prepare by having the equipment to be able to help out there on the course should there unfortunately be some kind of problem. So wouldn't have anybody else but those men and women who are out there who are so well trained to help out in bad situations. And I know that it feels like a blanket of security for these drivers and these racers as well. Kind of brings a sense of calm to you when you've got all of the adrenaline running when you're going down the course.
All right, continuing to check things out. as we are, I believe, getting closer to the start of today's race. So we're going to, well, let's just keep it here for a moment. They're pulling car number 63 up to the start line. So we'll keep it here for just a few more minutes, and we'll kind of see if we are indeed getting ready for the start of today's race. Again, we want to welcome all of you who are listening to us on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com. Also on the free KBBN Thunderbird app. We're live with our video stream as well through the Sandhills Express Facebook page and Sandhills Express YouTube channel. You can also find links to those pages by just going to sandhillsexpress.com. Car number 63 at the start line right now. These are the Schneiders from Ewing, Nebraska. Good to have them with us in their 63 Chevy Corvette, as they will be the ones to get us started here today.
Tech speed is 120 miles an hour. That is the maximum speed that you can travel in this 80-mile-an-hour class to try to average 80 miles an hour, which would result in a perfect time, like Brent was mentioning with Mike Black. So that is what they are shooting for. You run an average speed, you get a perfect time. So that is what is going to be what all of these drivers will try to achieve. Different tech speeds and different things will change throughout the morning, but we'll pass that along to you as we broadcast. The vintage class is a little bit different in a way. The extreme class is different in a way. So we'll just kind of fill you in on that as we go.
Well, we've kind of talked about how this event has grown as far as participants. Listen, the event has grown in regards to spectators, too. I can only imagine the number of spectators that were here 25 years ago to watch those 30-plus cars race in this event. Now with over 140 cars participating, you look back behind us, they bring now in portable seating for people to sit in the bleachers. There's all kinds of people sitting in chairs here at the start line. Of course, a lot of people go out on the route. There's designated areas where you can watch the action as it comes by on the road race route. It's grown in so many ways, Jeremy, but love to see all of the spectators out here today. And what a comfortable morning right now to watch this event. We have cloud cover now blocking the sun. Very comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, I keep looking over to make sure that more clouds are filling in behind where the other clouds are leaving so that we can kind of continue to maintain this cloud cover. I'm sure as we continue to go, we'll see maybe some sweatpants and sweatshirts be removed as it gets a little bit warmer, but for the most part, I expect the weather to stay pretty darn beautiful here throughout the day, and it's only going to get up into the 80s, which compared to some of the temperatures we've been experiencing will feel pretty darn nice.
And listen, we're selfish too. We're looking at computer screens to run everything today. When the sun's not creating a glare on them, it makes our job easier too. So we're a little bit selfish on that as well. So we are just about ready to go with racing, I believe. We have the first car up to the start line. Again, they're making sure that everything on the road is ready to go. That's when all of the flag people and everybody monitoring things come into play as the communication gets relayed back here to the start line so that we know everything is safe and ready to run here today. Again, we want to say thanks to all of the great businesses who are supporting our coverage today on the radio and also on our live video stream. We say thanks to all of you as you watch the video stream today. We do hope that you pay attention to all of the business logos that flash across your screen, as they are the ones making the video stream possible here today. All right, still waiting for car number 63 to get us started here today. And I'm going to take a chance. We're going to take a short little 30-second timeout, and we'll be back to bring you racing on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Roaring engines at the 2025 Truck and Tractor Pull, Sunday, August 10th at 2 at the Custer County Fairgrounds in Broken Bow. Presented by the Custer County Ag Society, this Heartland Division showdown will shake the ground with outlaw-level action. Enjoy the beer garden, food vendors, and a full afternoon of adrenaline-pumping pulls. Tickets available at the gate, 15 for adults, 10 for kids, and little ones under 4 get in free. Don't miss the thunder. You'll feel it in your chest at the Custer County Fairgrounds August 10th at 2.
back to Arnold. Well, they have pulled the cone away in front of car number 63. That means we should be very close to having our first car take off and officially starting the 25th anniversary run of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Brent Apperson, Jeremy Shipe with you here at the start line. Our friend Dave Burney is at the turnaround point, and he'll be providing updates and radio coverage on the return trip. We'll have the entire start of today's race live for you on video and, of course, here on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Well, you know that the anticipation is growing as I think Gavin is just in for 1 minute. Okay, thanks, Gavin. Appreciate the update. So in about a minute, we should have car number 63 taking off and getting us started here on this 25th run of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Again, it's nice to have you folks with us listening. Again, we say hello to all of the participants, all of the spectators here for the running of this event. All right, here we go. They just gave him the 10-second countdown, and car number 63 is going to get us started. The Schneiders are ready to go, and we are ready to go with racing. Car number 63 off and running, and we have officially started now the 25th running of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Car 93 pulls up to the starting line. Bill Meyer with Rich Maxwell as his navigator. This is a 2011 Chevy Caprice.
Out of Russellville, Missouri, third year for the Dare to Be Different Chevrolet Caprice.
Car 156 is Ben Reese, 2019 Chevy Corvette ZR1, all black in color. It's got the red calipers in there as well.
Ben coming to us out of Spring, Texas, and our program listed as a rookie driver, so one of our first-year participants here in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge, and what a great year to start here on the 25th anniversary run.
Starts up the timing equipment and heads out on the course. Car 554 is next, and Brent, you talked to this gentleman about his last name, so I'll let you take it from here because you're honed in on the last name, right?
Justin Kalamkarian. Hey,
yeah,
I got it.
There's
Thank
the
you.
Thumbs up. Nice.
All right. Yeah, Justin came and talked to us, and Kalamkarian out of Lincoln, Nebraska, off and running, and I believe this is their first.
Thank you. Thumbs up. Nice.
All right. Yeah, Justin came and talked to us, and Kalamkarian out. I believe this is their first opportunity to run here at SORC. Here.
Car number 5. Will navigating. Hoop. I've never seen one of these until SORC this year. It's a cool looking car. The light turns green, see the stopwatch start, and off they go. Car 828 is Dean Clark with Jack Samuelson as the navigator, a 2004 Holden Commodore Ute.
And another one of our first-year participants, according to our program, out of Hastings, Nebraska. Dean lists in our program, a helicopter pilot by trade and car enthusiast since birth.
Off they go. Nick Zucha and Eric Hansen up next in a 2014 Chevy Caprice Police Pursuit.
And another one of the drivers listed as a rookie participant here in 2025 out of Waverly, Nebraska.
In the 80-mile-an-hour class last year, by the way, Kirk Sharp and Court Grooms were the winners in their 2015 Chevy Corvette Z06. They were pretty darn close to a perfect time. 0.468 seconds off of perfect as car 110 comes forward. This is Jeff Giddings and Greg Nielsen in a 1975 Datsun 280Z.
Jeff out of Macon, Missouri, making the trip here to Arnold, Nebraska. listed in our program as another first-year participant as Jeff takes off for his first ever run in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Dosey Kermode up next. Car number 70 with Steve Kermode in the navigator seat. 2005 Chevy Corvette Coupe.
Coming to us from Maple City, Michigan to participate in the race today.
Light is green and they are off, and we've got our first Lamborghini today. 2017 Lamborghini Huracan Coupe. Darren Brewer is the driver. Sean Robinson is the navigator.
Darren, a native of Nebraska, coming to us from Gretna, Nebraska with his Lamborghini. Ready to race once again in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Waiting for car number 42 to depart. Again, they always want to make sure that the road in front is clear, and so they'll wait for permission to send car number 40 off on the road.
Yep, wait. We'll see this every now and then if you're just watching for the first time of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge broadcast. Sometimes you see they want to make sure of something, so they'll let the starting light cycle one extra time. So they're going to do that, check a couple of things, and then maybe they'll send them out on the next cycle of the light. And we're 10 seconds out, it looks like, so we'll be good to go. Again, this is Darren Brewer and Sean Robinson. This is our fourth to last car, as we do have two additions to the 80-mile-an-hour class. Man, those cars sound so cool. Here comes car number 7. This is Kirk Sharp and Court Grooms, 2015 Chevy Corvette Z06. They won the class last year.
Yeah, Kirk out of Valentine, Nebraska, coming down here to Arnold. Always fun to announce where everybody is from. I mean, all across the nation, but certainly all across the state of Nebraska, too. We talk about how this race has grown in its popularity, and people from across the nation have come year in and year out. Some new participants, but boy, it's grown in popularity just across the state of Nebraska, too, as we have a lot of home state participants in the event now.
It's our third to last car to go out here in the 80-mile-an-hour class. And the winners from last year are on the course, and that brings our second to last car. In addition, moving from a different class, comes Bob Dietrich and Rob Dietrich. Car 266, a Cadillac, maroon in color, pulling to the starting line.
Coming to us from Franklin, Tennessee. Been competing in open road racing since 2018. Has participated in all of the events nationally, including the races in Nevada and Texas.
Car 455 is the last 80-mile-an-hour class car. In addition from another group as well. This is Jessica Morton in that gray Corvette Grand Sport.
Started open road racing in May of 2017 in the state of Nevada, and that's where Jessica Morton is coming from, Spanish Springs, Nevada, to drive in today's race.
That brings forward the first car in the vintage class, and they'll put the cone out for the time being and give a little time in between the classes to prepare for the vintage class.
That will allow us to take a short radio timeout. Back with more racing after this.
When your car needs fixed, getting it running right is all you should have to worry about. The last thing you need is wondering if the shop you're taking it to is honest and trustworthy. You won't worry about that at all with A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. They offer a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on non-wear items to give you peace of mind. Ask for a complimentary digital inspection to save headaches down the road. They invite you to the action and fun of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Proud to sponsor coverage, A1 Auto Repair in Arnold.
we come back to Arnold, Nebraska, continuing with the 25th running of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. And again, we want to say thanks to all of the great sponsors making our radio coverage possible today. They include Anderson Auto Tech of Broken Bow, Mills Hardware of Arnold, Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers, Reed's Food Center of Arnold, Trumbull Repair and Towing, the Custer County Ag Society, A1 Auto Repair of Arnold, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, also Trotter Service, Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold, and Rain Dance Repair, helping us with our radio coverage of today's Sandhills Open Road Challenge. As Jeremy, we get ready to move into another speed class.
Yeah, Vintage 85 is this class. And long story short, they just do it the vintage way, from the cars to the timekeeping equipment allowed inside of the cars. The cars have to be a certain age in order to participate, and they also can't have modern timekeeping equipment inside of them, I guess is the way to go about it. So that's kind of the way that the vintage class goes. You'll see some older cars in this vintage class, but you'll also see some newer cars, which I see this year we have a 2018 Ford Mustang GT that is competing here in the vintage class. So you're just not going to see those fancy GPS systems. You're going to see mechanical stopwatches and pieces of paper helping them with their timekeeping. Tech speed is still 120 though.
Well, they've taken the cone away, so they will be watching for their lights, and car number 974 will start us off in the new speed class.
And the winners from last year, Brent Skiles and Jim Deering, are out there in their 1986 Chevy Corvette. They were 1.029 seconds in the positive over a perfect time last year. That brings forward Keith Bisson and Pat Garacki in a 1983 Chevy Camaro. Oh, excuse me. That's Chad Riley right there. That's an 8.9 rather than an 8.3. Don't see Keith Bisson and Pat at the moment.
And Chad Riley from Papillion, Nebraska, off and running in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
That brings forward John Schmidt. John came in second last year in a 1990 Chevy Corvette ZR1. It's the Black 8 car, one we're very familiar with here at SORC.
Yeah, absolutely. John with us again from Lincoln, Nebraska, saying thank you to all of the past and present board of directors of this event for their hard work over the past 25 years.
Car 580, Matt Hubbard and Bob Murray in a 2018 Ford Mustang GT. It's gray in color. Ready to go out here. Again, we're in the Vintage 85 class. Your target speed average is 85 miles an hour. Tech speed still 120.
According to our program, coming to us from the state of Michigan, listed in the program as a first-year participant at this year's Road Challenge.
Car 699 comes our direction next. This is an awesome car, a 1969 Ford Shelby 350, Robert Miller and Ronald Miller.
Says that they've been in the Colorado Shelby Club and into Ford since the 1980s and have run club events. Listed as a rookie participant here in this year's event out of Byers, Colorado.
I told Gavin as we started this race broadcast, I am burnout hunting. I saw a really good burnout, I think it was 7 or 8 years ago. They laid rubber and threw up a lot of smoke for about 150 yards down the course. That's what I'm searching for today. I just want to make that known. I might touch on that every now and then because I know the drivers are listening and they can lay some rubber down. So if anyone feels like they want to be influenced by me, they can do that here off of the starting line as we see the orange cone come out and looks like we've got a stoppage.
Yeah, I believe so. We'll take a break. We'll try to get some more information, but I believe that we have an incident out on the roadway during the course of this race. So Mr. Higgins is kind of monitoring the radio. We're going to take a timeout or are they going to go back to? Well, we'll just kind of wait. We have a stoppage in the action at the moment, so we will step away here for just a second. We'll try to get information as it becomes available, so keep it tuned right here to KBBN Radio and on our live video stream, and we will return here in just a moment.
Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community, and they're very excited for the SORC organizers as they get ready for the Open Road Challenge. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics want to remind you of their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Enjoy the excitement of SORC from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
All right, we come back to Arnold, and we are back to racing as they were able to confirm. So they just wanted to make sure that everything was going correctly, and so they stopped things momentarily to make sure that all of the cars who were participating were out on the road. Everybody was safe. It appears as though that has been confirmed, so we just sent off another car, Jeremy.
Yep, we did, and that brings us up car number 124. I want to flip over here as we're going to be switching classes. That was the last car of the vintage class that just went out. Dustin Gronseth and Tristan Schlechter in a 1999 Mazda Miata. So that switches us over to the 90-mile-an-hour class, a very large class that'll be started by Randy Bauer and Alex Bauer in their 2021 Chevy Corvette.
And for Randy from McCook, Nebraska, it marks year number 16 participating in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Every year has been fun. Says even their first year with a DQ, it says in the program. Says thank you to Arnold and area communities for hosting this great event, and congratulations on reaching the 25th anniversary.
Now this just kind of will give you an idea on just how competitive these classes are, folks. Randy and Alex last year got third place. They were only 0.615 seconds off of perfect, and that got them third place. So here they are. They're kicking off the class this year, looking to turn that third place into a first place placement. Last year, by the way, it was Samer Damer and Debbie Damer in their 2018 Chevy Camaro SS. They were 0.436 under a perfect time.
All right, looks like we're about a minute away from sending car number 124 out on the course. Again, Randy Bauer out of McCook, Nebraska. Boy, the cloud cover has come over again full force here at the start line. I see Gavin Higgins going, yes, thank you.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Normally we have a couple of umbrellas that we lay on the table where Gavin is, because the sunlight makes it to where he can't see, and it gets the equipment really hot. Well, we forgot those this year, but we're blessed with this cloud cover, which we hope kind of sticks around. It's made it really comfortable.
Yeah, for sure. So getting ready to send Randy Bauer of McCook, Nebraska out on the course. And there you go. They gave him his 10-second countdown. He'll watch for the lights now. And we are going to be back to racing right now as 124. Randy Bauer heads out. Randy, best of luck to you.
Chad Smith and Donna Smith, driver and navigator respectively, in their 2013 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Again, we're in the 90-mile-an-hour target speed class. Tech speed is still 120 miles an hour, so they're trying to get a faster average speed while still teching at the same. So it gets a little bit more difficult here in this class.
Chad from Alliance, Nebraska, off and running here at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Chad and Donna got fourth place last year, looking to improve on that. Here comes car number 5, Wayne Hora and Tate Evanson in the 1990 Corvette ZR1. Wayne is one of only 4 drivers to have entered every SORC race from the very beginning.
Yeah, great to have Wayne here from nearby Stapleton, Nebraska. And there goes Wayne Hora for run number 25 on the 25th anniversary of this event.
That brings forward car 17, Stephen Folsom and Lisa Bate in a 2017 Corvette Stingray. It's red, and it's got those chrome wheels.
Stephen out of Lincoln, Nebraska, making his way from the capital city here to Arnold, Nebraska.
Car 21 comes forward. I love the color of this car. It's Matt Hasenauer and Kelly Hasenauer in a 2023 Hyundai Elantra N.
Experiencing their 4th year at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Matt Hasenauer from North Platte, Nebraska.
There goes the Elantra. Car 33, I believe this is our first Porsche of the day so far. It's a 2007 Porsche Turbo driven by Adam Rogers. He's got Austin Rogers as the navigator.
Coming to us from Durango, Colorado. Nice number of drivers come from Colorado to participate in this event.
Off goes that all-black Porsche. Up next comes car 36, Brett Korth with John Fistler as the navigator in a 2000 Chevy Camaro SS.
Brett says he's excited to get back behind the wheel. 3rd time racing in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge out of Raymond, Nebraska.
Let's see here, we are 7 cars into the 90-mile-an-hour class. There are now 23 cars in this class, as we had one car move out of this class, and we did have a scratch we were informed of. So we'll have 23 cars here in the 90-mile-an-hour class. Eighth car in the class is the 44 of Brian Kirk and Tom Kirk in a 2006 BMW M6.
Tom Kirk out of Lincoln, Nebraska, a retired Chrysler dealer from Lincoln. Here participating in the 25th running of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Ten seconds out. We've got this BMW. We've got a good variety here in the 90-mile-an-hour class. We've got an Audi, a Mini Cooper, several Corvettes, a Dodge Viper. We've got Brad Wheelhouse bringing his Infiniti back. All kinds of different cars in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge in general, but here in the class as well. As we see Roger Tinchner come forward in a 2002 Audi TT.
Roger coming from Alma, Nebraska. 3rd year attempting to get that near perfect time, he says. Roger, we wish you the best, and we hope you find that perfect time today. Waiting for the lights to circle back through, and now gets the ready from our starting official here at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge, and car number 421 just about ready to take off.
And there he goes. That brings forward the Mini Cooper I was mentioning. This is a 2023 Mini Cooper. Alexandra Wolf behind the driver's wheel. It's gray in color, has the black accents and red accents too. and off goes Alexandra. Car 646 is a 2019 Dodge Challenger driven by Wayne Langenfeld. Adam Akers is the navigator.
Adam listed in our program as coming from the state of Iowa. Says both are U.S. Air Force veterans. I believe this is Adam saying he retired in 2023 and now enjoys the quiet country life in southwest Iowa.
Car 92 is Bob McCullough in a 2023 Chevy Corvette, all blue in color. Black wheels, red calipers. I think Bob comes from a line of work in the Air Force, judging by some of the decals I see on the side of his car.
Yeah, from Lincoln, Nebraska. Says, hello, Nebraska, Sandhills. Happy to be back again and loving every minute of it.
Car 113 is the 13th car in the 90-mile-an-hour class. Brock Anderson as the driver. Bryce Anderson is the navigator in a 2012 Chevy Corvette.
Their 5th year at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Brock Anderson from Gothenburg, Nebraska. Didn't have all that far to come to participate in this year's event, and there they go.
That brings forward, I think, our first Viper of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Car 222, Timothy Bear with Alex Bear, a 2001 Dodge Viper GTS.
Timothy noting in our program, a superintendent of a construction company, coming to us from Bennington, Nebraska.
Car 251 comes to us next. Griff Canfield is the driver. Tom Miller is the navigator of this 2005 Chevy Corvette.
And for Griff and Tom, their 4th year participating in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge, coming to us all the way from Lansing, Michigan.
And there they go in their Corvette. Car 260 is Brad Wheelhouse and April Wheelhouse in a 2017 Infiniti Q60. Sent Brad a picture on Twitter or X, no matter what you want to call it, and he said, haven't had a chance to catch up with you yet this year, but hi guys, glad to have you back.
Brad Wheelhouse out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Brad notes in the program, 13th year at the race and 3rd attempt at driving, so Brad, best of luck to you as he gets ready to take out on the course.
And they do have the orange cone out. Looks like we have a little bit of a pause in the action here in the middle of the 90-mile-an-hour class. But they're going to move it right away, it looks like.
Well, we are very blessed to have one of the radios that we are able to listen to. Gavin Higgins, kind of our video producer today, listening to that. And he gave me a note saying maybe a turkey or two noticed out on the roadway. So they want to make sure that the roadway becomes cleared off. And that's a great example, Jeremy, of how important those people are along the road that are watching everything. I mean, listen, this is a road race in rural America. You never know what might come across the road, so you have to have it constantly monitored. But now we are back to racing.
What a day for those turkeys to decide to get close to the road or cross the road when cars are going 145 miles an hour past you. Car 277 is next. This is the 17th car in the class. Andrew Mook and James Mook, or Mook. Sorry, Andrew and Jack, if I said your name wrong. A 93 Corvette.
And they come to us from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Car 280 comes up next. One of those cars you just don't forget after the first time you see it. The 1975 Datsun 280Z. Allen, and Gary Kortmeyer.
Coming to us from Seward, Nebraska. As always, they give a big thank you to all involved that continue to make this happen each and every year.
And off they go in their Datsun. Some locals coming up next. Mike Tehan and Matt Tehan in their 2010 Chevy Camaro. It's got that 308 number on the side.
Great to have the Teons with us running in this race again this year. Of course, they participated in the loop-to-loop earlier this week. And now here competing in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge road race.
Car 545 is next. Angel Salas and Joey Richardson in their 1993 Honda Del Sol. I remember this one picking up some really good speed during the shootout yesterday.
Yeah, come to us from Lexington, Nebraska. Listed in the program as one of our first-year participants here in the event this year.
They get those front wheels spinning, and that Del Sol is out on the course. Running low on cars here in the 90-mile-an-hour class as Jay Nightingale comes forward in that multicolored 1968 Chevy Camaro.
Jay Nightingale from Sheridan, Colorado, says the car is a 1968 Camaro that he brought back to racing form during the pandemic after starting out as a bare chassis with no drivetrain.
Car 903 is Michael Sabatka and Alan Sabatka in a 2000 Chevy Camaro.
From Valparaiso, Nebraska, says in our program, the brothers grew up and live in the Valparaiso, Nebraska area. Previously raced loop-to-loop and SORC from 2018 to 2021. Great to have them with us here in 2025.
Getting note from the other end of the course that all of the 80-mile-an-hour class cars are in. Thank you, Joan. Car 211, John Shuda in a 2001 Chevy Corvette. I have him down as the last car of the 90-mile-an-hour class.
Says for John that this is year number 9 competing in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. John from Downers Grove, Illinois. You know what, this event has really helped Brent learn each and every year and through the years is the initials for each state and which state they stand for.
It took you back to third grade?
Kind of. M.I., is that Minnesota or is that Michigan? It's Michigan.
That brings up car 411. We see the cone come out because we're going to be transitioning to the 95 Extreme class very soon with Ethan Budke.
All right, let's take a quick radio timeout. You're listening to coverage of Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Sandhills Open Road Challenge is here, and they're ready to celebrate at Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold. They'd love to see you anytime, but definitely don't miss Saturday night after the barbecue and awards. BJ Jameson will be at Grazer's, filling the air with great tunes to fuel the night. Celebrate 25 years of SORC at Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold. Welcome back, drivers, and see you soon, race fans. Make sure to follow Grazer's on Facebook to keep up with specials.
Trotter Service is your hometown auto repair and tire shop. Proud to support the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Whether it's a new battery, brakes, alignment, or any other repair, they have the auto repair specialist to get it done right for all your vehicles. Remember, they offer bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire service, too. Enjoy the SORC racing action. Brought to your radio in part by Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for Beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as Soup Cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection. And we come back to Arnold, Nebraska, where we are at the starting line of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge 25th anniversary run. As a few of the mile-per-hour classes are out on the course at this time, getting ready to move into our next class. And while we wait for the next class to take off, we want to again thank the wonderful sponsors who are bringing you our radio coverage of today's event. And they include Anderson Auto Tech of Broken Bow, Mills Hardware of Arnold, Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers, Reed's Food Center of Arnold, Trumbull Repair and Towing, the Custer County Ag Society, A1 Auto Repair of Arnold, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Trotter Service, Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold, and Rain Dance Repair. Again, we're live with our video stream as well. You can access it on the Sandhills Express Facebook page and Sandhills Express YouTube channel. You can also find those links by going directly to sandhillsexpress.com. Our video streaming today being brought to you by First State Insurance, Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill, Mills Hardware in Arnold, Nebraska State Bank, A1 Auto Repair, Power Solutions, Trotter Service, Ferreter Auto Parts, Aero Aviation, Govier Brothers Mortuary with the Arnold and Mullen Funeral Homes, Cobblestone Hotel and Suites, Rod's Body and Paint, High Street Insurance and Financial Services of Callaway, Callaway District Hospital with Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers, and our video stream today also being brought to you in part by Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold, Ford County Boutique in Arnold, and Dahlia Valley Ranch, helping us with our live video stream of today's special event, the 25th anniversary run of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
This is the 95 Extreme class, which means your target speed of 95 is the same as your tech speed of 95. To put it in simple terms, you're trying to drive as close to 95 miles an hour for as much of the course as possible, as Ethan Budke and Don Wood are out on the course. They won last year this class.
Ethan from North Platte, Nebraska, returns for his 4th year of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Clint McKenzie is back in this class after placing 3rd last year. He's got Pat Garacki in as the navigator for him in a bright green 2007 Dodge Charger.
Clint McKenzie from Crete, Nebraska.
Car 85 comes up next. This is Barry Conkin with Toby Asplin in a 2002 Chevy Corvette.
Barry's competed in 22 of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge races and every loop-to-loop race that has been held. Barry Conkin coming from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
I like that license plate he's got. It says, "No, go slow." Car 88 next, Daniel Metzger Jr., the 2005 Mercury Grand Marquis.
Daniel from North Platte, Nebraska, has competed the last 4 years in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Car 333 is up next. Michael Rasmussen, a 1995 BMW 318 Ti.
Michael Rasmussen from Plattsmouth, Nebraska, back for year number 7. Competed, I believe, in the loop-to-loop race earlier this week and now competing again in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge road race.
Lays a little bit of rubber there as he leaves the starting line and brings forward our second to last car in the class, Steve Tasca, in a 2009 Chevy Corvette ZR1.
Steve mentions in the program it's year number 10 attending this amazing event. Steve Tasca coming to us from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
And we've seen Steve drive lots of different vehicles over the years. I don't know if this license plate means something in particular, but the license plate on that car said the slow one. So I think maybe he's got another faster car in the stable at home. AJ Meadows and Kendra Meadows, the last car of the 95 Extreme in their 19 Camaro.
The Meadows coming to us from Stanton, Texas, as they take off on leg number 1 of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
The cone is out. The 95-mile-an-hour class is coming next, and we'll maybe have an opportunity for a break.
Yeah, we'll step away for just a minute or two. We're back with more racing on KBBN Radio and our live video stream through Sandhills Express.
Ready to serve you Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, West Highway 2, Broken Bow, just off the curve. Dave and his crew pride themselves on doing the work you need done right while being honest and showing care for your vehicle. For personalized small-town service you won't find anywhere else, head to Anderson Auto Tech. With technology and custom fabricating at their fingertips, they can handle what other shops can't. Anderson Auto Tech in Broken Bow.
Proud to support the exciting road racing action of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Mills Hardware in Arnold. They have 350 feet of strong, reliable, consistent Milwaukee tools that they want you to see. 3 aisles of Milwaukee tools that lead the industry in durability and performance. They are proud to be the area's premier Milwaukee connection at Mills Hardware in Arnold. Happy to support the Sandhills Open Road Challenge Race Week.
John here with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers, informing you that now might be the best time to get a value for your recreational land that's really not adding to your bottom line. That's right. Your land could be of major interest for that person looking for quality deer hunting, waterfowl hunting, or whatever the recreation is. Call me, John Farley, and take advantage of a time with very little inventory on the market. I would be happy to give you a no-obligation opinion of value. Check me out at LashleyLand.com.
At Reed's Food Center in Arnold, they're proud to have served the Arnold community for over 40 years. They're proud to keep local dollars in Arnold, offer the best selections at low prices, and embody small-town friendliness in everything they do. From catering, custom meat cutting, seasoning, and tying roasts, to carrying your groceries to your car, Reed's Food Center in Arnold, proud sponsors of Sandhills Open Road Challenge action. Like their Facebook page or visit reedsfoodcenter.com.
Come back to Arnold, Nebraska, as we are getting ready for another mile-per-hour class to come to the start line and head out on their journey for the 25th running of SORC. Again, we want to give a special shout-out to the official overall sponsors of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge, and we say thanks to Pinnacle Bank, to Optima, DeKalb Asgrow, RSS Ag, Hornady, Pioneer, South Loop Seed, RT Green with 444 Racing, Great Plains Communications, Viero Wireless, and KBBN Radio, recognized now as the voice of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Brent Apperson, Jeremy Scheib, proud to be a part of the broadcast team through KBBN Radio. Our friend Dave Burney at the turnaround point. Of course, we'll have live video streaming coverage of the start of today's race. Everybody who participates, you'll get to see them start and go out on the course here live through our video stream. And then our radio coverage of today's event, that will continue at the turnaround point when drivers make the return trip. We'll give you reports of how that goes throughout the afternoon. So for full coverage of the race, keep it tuned to KBBN 95.3 FM.
All of the vintage cars are in. We have heard from the other side, and we'll get started with a large class here. The 95-mile-an-hour class has 33 cars in it. Copper Walton and Rob Walton are the first drivers out of 33. It says Copper, but I'm looking at the results from last year. It says Cooper. So
there you go.
I'm going to go with Cooper and Rob in their 2006 Nissan 350Z. They were .051 off of a perfect time last year to win the large 95-mile-an-hour class.
Rob listed in the program from Overland Park, Kansas, as he gets ready to take off on the trip. And he mentions about the Sandhills Open Road Challenge, you have truly built a bucket list event for car guys and girls worldwide.
95-mile-an-hour average speed target. You can go as fast as 120 miles an hour. to achieve that as a part of this 95-mile-an-hour class. Which is now underway. James Daly and Jake Keel in their 2019 Ford F-150 up to the line next.
And Jim, one of our local competitors right here in Arnold, Nebraska, had a successful rookie year at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge, they say. And Jim back here to race in 2025.
There's the green light. Car 58, Rodney Bilderback is the driver. Navigator is Jason Crisper in a 1991 Acura NSX.
Rodney, one of our other participants from Bennington, Nebraska. We got a few of them from Bennington competing in the event this year. Rodney says has driven in SORC in 2018, 2019, 23, 24, and now you can add 25 to the list.
Rodney came in inside the top 10 last year. Was just 1.7 seconds off of perfect. Good enough for 9th place, a very competitive class. As car 64 with David Wag and Jeff Holdgate in a 2013 Ford Mustang to the starting line.
David from Watertown, South Dakota, 9th year racing here at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Chad Van Buskirk and Brian Jahelka in a 2008 Audi RS4. Up next, it's a convertible, but the top's up today.
We have a few entries that did not make it into the program, so we'll apologize if there are a few cars today that we don't have information on as far as where they are coming from.
Car 76, Barry White and Michelle White in a 2021 Audi. We've got 3 Audis here in a row. This is a TTRS.
From Meriden, Kansas, coming up to race in this year's event. Says always putting their driving and communication skills to the test.
I'd be very interested. I've come across some YouTube videos from inside the cars that are driving the Sandhills Open Road Challenge race. A lot of them turn the audio off as they're driving, and then they post the YouTube video after that. But I'm really interested to watch the YouTube videos where the audio is on and you can hear both people communicating back and forth as they're driving. Zach Rustad and Mike McCullough up next in a 2007 Audi RS4.
And there they go, coming to us from the capital city of Nebraska, Lincoln.
Car 94 is our 8th car in the 95-mile-an-hour class. This is Zeke Peterson, no navigator listed. This 2009 Chevy Corvette ZR1. It's got a little bit of silver on the wheels. It's a dark silver color, beautiful car.
Zeke says that the family's been attending the Sandhills Open Road Challenge and loop-to-loop races for many years. Always enjoy coming back. Zeke Peterson from Brule, Nebraska.
Car 69 is next. This is Zach Hagler and Heather Hagler. A couple more locals in their 2018 Dodge Challenger Hellcat.
Yeah, the Haglers, of course, from Arnold, Nebraska. Great to have them with us here racing in their 2018 Challenger.
Go. That brings up car number 95, or I should say pickup 95. Dan Rohrbach with Jamie Rohrbach in a 1995 GMC Sierra.
Says 9th year competing at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. They come to us from Aberdeen, South Dakota.
Off they go. And already we're into the double digits as number of cars here in the 95-mile-an-hour class reaches number 11. Here's car 123, Chris Thorkildsen and Barry Larson in a 1965 Super Performance Cobra.
Yeah, coming to us from Hutchinson, Minnesota.
Off they go. And that brings forward Christopher Poole and Job Gomez. Their 2016 Camaro SS, all black. Even the calipers are a very dark red. It's a very dark car.
Says they competed in the event last year. It was a blast. Excited to be back here in 2025. They come to us from Lexington, Nebraska.
Off they go, and that brings forward car 130, Jeff England and Rick McNutt in a 2023 Dodge Charger Swinger.
Says they're lifelong car enthusiasts, have road raced at tracks all over the country, but listed in our program as a first-year participant here at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge from the state of Georgia.
And off they go. Car 949, Levi Durnall and Matthew Durnall in the 2019 Chevy Corvette.
From Meade, Nebraska, have participated in 8 Sandhills Open Road Challenge races, also 5 loop-de-loops.
I didn't play baseball very long, but when I hear Meade, Nebraska, I think about my short baseball career and just how good the Meade baseball team was at that time. Those are whippings that I'll never forget. I'll just put it that way.
So you didn't play for them, you played against them,
played
obviously.
against them, yes, and they were very good at the time. And every time I hear Meade, I have to laugh in my head about how I think about that. Car 150, Jerome Lunkwitz and Jacob Brown in their 70 Corvette.
There they go. Jerome from Omaha, Nebraska. First year competing in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Car 522 is up next to the starting line. It's a convertible. Again, the top is up. Travis Honeyman and Ryan McFadden are at the starting line in their 2015 Chevy Corvette. This is the 16th out of 33 cars.
I think someone heard you about your burnout and how you wanted a burnout at the starting line, huh?
Yes.
That was awesome.
That was one of the better ones that we have seen. I want lots of smoke. I want lots of noise. It checked both of those boxes for me. So the bar has been set, as they say. Car 486, Barry Lohman and Blaine Spendlove in a 2012 Chevy Corvette.
And I think all the spectators enjoyed that, too. You can hear the crowd behind us. Barry Lohman out of the state of Texas takes off on his run here at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
Car 279 is Carly Bates. No navigator with Carly today. 2019 Chevy Camaro RS, all white with the black wheels. Ready to go out on the course here in this 95-mile-an-hour class.
They appreciate being a part of the 25th anniversary of the best racing event they've ever attended, they say. And they're from Eagle Mountain, Utah.
I don't know about these blue cars. I'm kind of falling in love with these things. This thing catches your eye. This is David Mathis and Jeffrey Aitchison in a 2018 Porsche Cayman GTS. And I hope you're watching the video stream for this one, folks, because this is a cool car to look at.
Yeah, and they come all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. Says fourth time Dave has enjoyed the friendly yet challenging competition in the Sandhills.
Car 169 is coming our direction next. This is a two-tone color. Liam Brown, Gus Brown, 2011 Chevy Camaro up next, the 20th car in the 95-mile-an-hour class.
From the state of Colorado, Gus and Liam, father and son team, enjoy car events challenging themselves and their vehicle.
Brings up our next Porsche. This is Mark Belford and Matt Belford in a 2023 Porsche 911 Turbo S.
And they come to us from Chicago, Illinois. Matt says in the program was born in Omaha, Nebraska. As an engineer, have a deep passion for working on and modifying cars.
Dodge Challenger coming up next. Car 186, deep purple in color. Heidi Culp and Brent Culp.
Yeah, they know what this event is all about right here in Arnold, Nebraska. And I know they didn't have far to drive because they live just a few blocks down the road.
Yeah.
On this, on the road that the starting line takes place at.
Car 204 is Jason Hornady and Alex Hornady in their 2022 Cadillac CT5 Blackwing.
Yeah, from Grand Island, Nebraska. Says they've made a lot of friends here, gotten made fun of, they say too, by a lot of people. And they say, you know what, we really don't care much about that. They're here to have a good time, and we hope that they have a great race as they get ready to take off on the opening leg of their run today.
Again, this is the 95-mile-an-hour class. We've worked our way past the halfway point. In fact, this is the 10th to last car here in the 95-mile-an-hour class. There goes that Blackwing Cadillac. Brings forward car 316, Ron Schneider and Mitch Hendricks in a 2001 Chevy S10.
Yeah, another one of our teams from the capital city of Nebraska. Lincoln, Nebraska is where they come from. Says they're still driving the sleeper S10 truck that Ron built in his garage.
Yeah, it sounds like there's some good power behind that engine, so I'd agree with that. Car 364 is Ken Reese, a 2024 Chevy Corvette, red in color. I love these new Corvettes. They have just such a supercar look about them, but inside it's all American muscle.
Ken from North Las Vegas, Nevada, says in the program a retired United States Air Force pilot, flying everything from helicopters to fighters. Wow, thank you, Ken, for your service, and it's great to have you here as part of the SORC race. Continuing through the race class here at the start line. Again, we are live with SandhillsExpress.com with our live video stream. You can find the links needed by going to that website to view the action here from the start line today. And, of course, we continue live on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com for you as well.
All 90-mile-an-hour class cars are in. We're hearing from the other side. Always good news to pass along. As car 45, Jared Beam and Debbie Beam in their 2012 Camaro take off.
From Topeka, Kansas.
Brings up car 606, Joe Hackney and Tyler Hackney in their 2015 Chevy Corvette Z06. Just a beautiful, deep, kind of dark orange and bronze color. Car 662 comes forward. Tom Kudra in the 2014 Ford Mustang GT500 convertible.
Tom from Omaha, Nebraska, third year participating in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge event. A great time with great people. Tom says he hopes to improve his time today. We wish you best of luck, Tom, in doing just that.
Car 877 comes up next. David Glanzer and Braden Muslim in a 2016 Cadillac ATS-V It's got a hitch on the back of it. I think they had maybe a trailer with them and had their stuff they were traveling with attached to the back of the car. The hitch is on there. Gotta love a functional vehicle.
Yeah, they come to us from Hartford, South Dakota.
Man, that Cadillac gets moving. Tell you what, wow. Car 878, our third to last car in the class, David Schweitzer, 2022 Chevy Camaro.
From Severance, Colorado, says love to drive and love to drive fast. Well, you've come to the right place to do just that.
I love the color of this car too. I got a soft spot for the blue cars
you really
this year.
do, don't you? Yeah.
Car 888 is Scott Minton and Brock Minton in a 2014 Chevy Corvette. This one's all gray with black wheels and red calipers. And as we see on several cars, they've got the course of SORC on a sticker somewhere on their car, and right next to it, the Big Bend Open Road Race. They've got that course sticker on their car as well.
Scott Minton listed in our program from Kansas City, Kansas. 6th year driving. Brock's 4th year navigating at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. I think they were participants in the loop-to-loop earlier this week as well.
They'll head out here shortly. You see some of the turns when you see those different stickers on these cars. Some of the right-hand turns and 90-degree turns that are on the SORC race layout are just so different from some of the other races. It truly is a challenge for these drivers, and a lot of them say one of the more challenging courses that they participate in, and a lot of them participate in many of them. Michael Schultz and Garrett Moore out there as the last car in the 95-mile-an-hour class.
And they come to us from Raymond, Nebraska. So we'll have a momentary delay as we get ready to switch speed classes. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to live coverage of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge on KBBN Radio. Also viewing it through our live video stream through sandhillsexpress.com. Towing or transport, it often comes at a time that you didn't see coming. That's why Trumbull Repair and Towing Service offers it 24/7. So when you're stranded and need emergency roadside assistance, call Dan at 870-2127. Trumbull Repair offers mechanical service, welding, and mobile welding. Trumbull Repair and Towing Service, a half-mile east of Callaway on Highway 40, but serving the entire area. Call 870-2127.
Get ready for raw power and roaring engines at the 2025 Truck and Tractor Pull, Sunday, August 10th at 2 at the Custer County Fairgrounds in Broken Bow. Presented by the Custer County Ag Society, this Heartland Division Showdown will shake the ground with outlaw-level action. Enjoy the beer garden, food vendors, and a full afternoon of adrenaline-pumping pulls. Tickets available at the gate, 15 for adults, 10 for kids, and little ones under 4 get in free. Don't miss the thunder. You'll feel it in your chest at the Custer County Fairgrounds August 10th at 2.
When your car needs fixed, getting it running right is all you should have to worry about. The last thing you need is wondering if the shop you're taking it to is honest and trustworthy. You won't worry about that at all with A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. They offer a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on non-wear items to give you peace of mind. Ask for a complimentary digital inspection to save headaches down the road. They invite you to the action and fun of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Proud to sponsor coverage, A1 Auto Repair in Arnold.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community, and they're very excited for the SORC organizers as they get ready for the Open Road Challenge. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics want to remind you of their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Enjoy the excitement of SORC from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
And we come back to Arnold, Nebraska, getting ready to move into another mile-per-hour class as car number 321 is coming to the start line.
All 95 Extreme Class cars are in, by the way. Car 321, Jim Miller and Richard DeFries in a 2005 Viper. This, yep, okay. We're in the 100-mile-an-hour class. Blue Offit and Jim Webster won the class last year in their Mercedes. .140 over a perfect time.
Jim Miller from North Platte, Nebraska. Jim says grew up in Dodge County in Dodge, Nebraska. Enjoys his collection of classics as well as the speed of his Vipers.
Car 59 comes forward. Kevin Hanshoe and Rick Kane in their 2003 Chevy Corvette Z06.
Car number 59, as Jeremy mentioned, Kevin Hanshoe, Wichita, Kansas.
Just 7 cars here in this 100-mile-an-hour class. 125 will be up next with 8 entries. And then 120 has 4, and so does the 120 Extreme. So a little bit shorter classes as we move forward here. As off go Kevin and Rick. That brings up Lyle Eckberg and Nick Eckberg in their 1965 Chevy Corvette. Lyle Eckberg of Wakefield, Nebraska, one of those 4 drivers to have entered every SORC race from the very beginning.
Yeah, they are certainly crowd favorites with their 65 Corvette. And when they get ready to take off, we will just let you enjoy the sound. We look behind us and down the start line a bit. What an amazing crowd that has come out today to witness the start of this year's race. Great to see everybody out today. And now a few covering their ears as they know what is about to take place, and we'll let you enjoy it as well.
And a few not covering their ears who will be very, very shortly. Love it.
Never gets old, does it?
It doesn't.
It's enjoyable every time.
Yep, it's awesome. Brings up car 161. Our winner from last year, Blue Offit and Jim Webster in a 2022 Chevy Corvette, the winner of the 100-mile-an-hour class last year.
Coming to us from the state of Arizona, Surprise, Arizona is where they're listed from. Says they're back to try to repeat as champions, as Jeremy just informed you of that. They both look forward to returning to Arnold for the legendary hospitality and, of course, the great road race challenge.
One of those mid-engine Corvettes that are so awesome. Headed off and on the course. Car 314 comes up next. Scott LaPointe and Kevin Duffy in their 1964 Chevy Chevelle. The 5th out of 7 cars.
And they come to us out of the state of Minnesota to compete in this year's event.
I love this car. You know me, well, based on what's in my garage, I appreciate a car that is original in so many ways, but we know what is not original is a lot of what's going on under the hood and in the suspension of this car. It's made to go out there and race. But I love the classic look being left alone on the outside of this car. And off they go. Car 712 is next. Sid Stewart and Randy Corrigan in a 2011 Ford Mustang GT350 are 6th out of 7 cars here in the 100-mile-an-hour class. Sid Stewart got 7th in the class when it was much larger last year.
Sid from McCook, Nebraska. Of course, a lot of people always look forward to the holidays, but Sid says he looks forward to August because of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge and the Loop-to-Loop race.
Again, second to last car here in the 100-mile-an-hour class. Before we move on to the 125-mile-an-hour class, tech speed goes up a significant amount here in the 100-mile-an-hour class. They can go as fast as 140 to average 100 miles an hour. That brings forward a car that has a lot of people kind of tilting their head to the side when it rolls forward. This is, in fact, a Tesla, but just the body. This is a LS swapped Tesla. Cy Nightingale is the driver. It's going to rumble as it leaves. Probably one of the louder Teslas in the entire country.
And again, we do apologize. There are just a few cars that are in today's race that did not make it into our program, so we'll apologize for not being able to give you a little bit more information as to where the participants are from with this particular entry. Well, that's going to bring to the start line now a guy who, well, knows all about this race. He's from right here in Arnold, Nebraska, and this guy has had a lot of success in this event over the years. His name is Robbie Smith.
The start of the 125-mile-an-hour class will be starting with Robbie Smith as they bring that cone out here at the start line. Now we're going from 100 miles an hour to 125, so I would venture to guess we're going to have a pretty lengthy break here as they prepare to send out a faster class ahead of behind a slower one.
So with that in mind, we'll step away for a radio timeout. You are listening to live coverage of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge on KBBN Radio. We also have our live video stream of the start of today's race, which you can access through sandhillsexpress.com.
Open Road Challenge is here, and they're ready to celebrate at Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold. They'd love to see you anytime, but definitely don't miss Saturday night after the barbecue and awards. BJ Jameson will be at Grazer's, filling the air with great tunes to fuel the night. Celebrate 25 years of SORC at Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold. Welcome back, drivers, and see you soon, race fans. Make sure to follow Grazer's on Facebook to keep up with specials.
Trotter Service is your hometown auto repair and tire shop. Proud to support the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Whether it's a new battery, brakes, alignment, or any other repair, they have the auto repair specialist to get it done right for all your vehicles. Remember, they offer bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire service, too. Enjoy the SORC racing action. Brought to your radio in part by Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
Anderson Auto Tech is ready to serve you Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, West Highway 2, Broken Bow, just off the curve. Dave and his crew pride themselves on doing the work you need done right while being honest and showing care for your vehicle. For personalized small-town service you won't find anywhere else, head to Anderson Auto Tech. With technology and custom fabricating at their fingertips, they can handle what other shops can't. Anderson Auto Tech in Broken Bow.
proud to support the exciting road racing action of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Mills Hardware in Arnold. They have 350 feet of strong, reliable, consistent Milwaukee tools that they want you to see. 3 aisles of Milwaukee tools that lead the industry in durability and performance. They are proud to be the area's premier Milwaukee connection at Mills Hardware in Arnold. Happy to support the Sandhills Open Road Challenge Race Week.
This is April Good, proud to be with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. We guarantee you the very best exposure in marketing your property, averaging over 40,000 visitors per month to our website. This market is hot, but if you want a premium for your farm, ranch, or recreational land, you need your property to be able to be found by investors and buyers. If you are thinking about selling, call me, April Good, for a free market analysis and check us out at lashleyland.com.
At Reed's Food Center in Arnold, they're proud to have served the Arnold community for over 40 years. They're proud to keep local dollars in Arnold, offer the best selections at low prices, and embody small-town friendliness in everything they do. From catering, custom meat cutting, seasoning, and tying roasts, to carrying your groceries to your car, Reed's Food Center in Arnold, proud sponsors of Sandhills Open Road Challenge action. Like their Facebook page or visit reedsfoodcenter.com.
Now we come back to Arnold, Nebraska, getting ready to move into, well, one of the faster mile-per-hour classes of the race today. Robbie Smith, Arnold, Nebraska, going to get us started with the next mile-per-hour class. And as we wait for them to go out on the course, it'll give us an opportunity to thank once again some of the great sponsors making our radio coverage of today's event possible on KBBN FM, recognized as the official voice of SORC. They include Anderson Auto Tech of Broken Bow, Mills Hardware of Arnold, Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers, also Reed's Food Center of Arnold, Trumbull Repair and Towing, the Custer County Ag Society, A1 Auto Repair of Arnold, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Trotter Service, Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold, and Rain Dance Repair. Also want to say thanks to our bronze broadcast sponsors who are helping us with other moments of our radio coverage throughout these 3 days of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge activities, and they include this year Fixed Right Auto Body, First State Insurance, BD, Arnold Insurance Agency, Broken Bow Auto Parts, Sandhills Corral, Agribest Feeds of Callaway, State Farm Insurance Agent Donna Cahill, and South Loop Community Pharmacy. Also, since we have a moment, want to say thanks again to our video streaming sponsors as you watch the action. We hope that you pay attention to the businesses that are flashing across your screen and helping us with our video stream coverage here today as they have pulled the cone off the road in front of Robbie Smith as we get ready to go with another mile-per-hour class here at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Again, a great crowd of spectators on hand. We've seen this event grow with just number of participants, but boy, it's been fun to see the number grow as far as spectators as well, as this event continues to make itself known, certainly in the area, across the state, and definitely across the nation.
Robbie and Derek were the winners of this class last year. 0.086 off of perfect. That's less than a 1/10 of a second, folks.
And at that speed class, that seems awfully impressive to me.
Yeah, they can top out at 150 miles an hour, trying to average 125 miles an hour throughout that entire course. And you take into account that there are 90-degree turns on this course, folks. You don't take 90-degree turns at 100 miles an hour. You got to dip that speed down, so you got to go fast to make up for that lost speed. Jared Helge and Matt Helge next in their 2009 Chevy Corvette Z06.
Yeah, coming to us from Fort Wayne, Indiana to participate. They say it's been amazing to see the SORC grow into the spectacular event it has become today. And I think a lot of people would share those sentiments.
Got a slight breeze coming up here now, which is adding to how comfortable it is. The second car of 8 is out on the course, and that brings Brian Chandler and Shane Cool to the starting line. Their 2010 Dodge Viper. I posted some pictures of these cars waiting in line at the loop-to-loop race on Facebook, and this particular ACRX Dodge Viper got a lot of attention in those pictures.
Well, Shane, I know, has given a lot of time over the years in being an organizer in the early days of this event. I know the last few years he's been able to serve as navigator for Brian, and I think they've had a lot of success here working together in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Appreciate Shane and all of the years that he has given to this event in Arnold, Nebraska.
The countdown is on. And there goes that Viper. Car number 12 next, Ted Hughes with Brock Daly. We talk about those cars that have been here every year, or drivers, I should say. Ted of Seward, he is one of those drivers, has been here, one of only 4 drivers to be here every year for SORC.
Yeah, Ted Hughes out of Seward, Nebraska. Says one of the biggest changes for him over the years has been his hair color. Good to have you here, Ted. Best of luck to you as you participate in your 25th run at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
And off he goes, and we are now halfway into the 125-mile-an-hour class as Tony Strong comes forward with Lindy Daly, 2010 Chevy Corvette ZR1.
Another one of our competitors coming up from the state of Texas to participate in the event this year. They say it isn't just a race here, it's a world-class event with world-class people. Nicely said.
$125-mile-an-hour class of, again, a perfect time total for both legs is 26 minutes, 32.64 seconds. And off goes car number 98. As we bring forward car 650, Jared Roberts and Joe Warwick, the 6th out of 8 cars. As Tony and Lindy are continuing to make plenty of noise off on the course. This is a 2015 Chevy Corvette Z06. It's all white with black and red accents.
Jared Roberts, listed from Gretna, Nebraska. Believe it's their 15th year participating in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Says it's always such a highlight to spend the week with old friends and make new ones.
Lots of friendships made over the 25 years of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Some of these numbers we see each and every year. Many numbers we are familiar with. Back in the day in SORC, several drivers purchased lifetime numbers. This was in the anniversary book. I found this interesting. Those lifetime numbers at the time were sold for $100 in the early years of SORC, and now they get to keep those numbers every single year. There was a top-selling lifetime number that went for $14,000 at one point. Car 911 is next. This is our second to last car in the 125-mile-an-hour class. It's Jason Walsh and Chris Rutten in their 1998 Viper.
They say it's another year to spend time in the best place on earth. Jason Walsh coming to us from Kearney, Nebraska.
And the countdown is on. And they're off. Mark Kapner and Scott Kapner in their 2019 Chevy Corvette coming up to the starting line next in this 125-mile-an-hour class.
Yeah, Mark, he certainly knows this race well. The race knows him well. Been a long-time participant. Coming all the way from Idaho Falls, Idaho.
You mentioned Mark Kapner's name in this anniversary book. Record holders from 2002 to 2024. He holds the 1 mile shootout record back in 2020 when he went 234.1 miles an hour in his 2011 Lamborghini that year. And off go Mark and Scott. Now our next class, we won't have a break before this class starts because it is the 120-mile-an-hour class. 4 cars in this class, starting with Doug Jones and Daniel Jones in their 2017 Ford GT. Target speed 120, tech speed or maximum speed they can travel to accomplish that is 145 miles an hour. As we're hearing from the other side of the course, all 95-mile-an-hour class cars are in. That was that very large class that took off not that long ago.
Fantastic. Doug Jones from Ipswich, South Dakota. They've participated in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge for the last 8 years. They watch for their light, and here they go on the 25th anniversary run of SORC.
That brings forward car 56. It's Perry and Brenda White in their 2000 Chevy Corvette. They put a lot of speed down on the shootout course yesterday.
Perry from Brainerd, Minnesota. 9th year having participated in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Says they have such a great time when they come to Arnold and spend time with good friends they have met throughout the years.
The countdown is on and the Whites will take off. Car 667 is up next. It's Gary Bates, the 3rd car in the class out of 4. 2018 Chevy Camaro ZL1. It's all white in color with the dark accents.
Gary from Blair, Nebraska says after 7 years, this is still one of his favorite events. Gary notes in the program it's a great event for this car due to its handling and performance capabilities. Look forward to seeing familiar faces and meeting new people as Gary gets ready to take off on the course.
Dare I say the breeze has turned into a wind at this point?
Yeah, for just a moment anyway.
Yeah. Good thing we wrapped clipboards.
Uh-huh.
Car 529 is next, the last car in the 120-mile-an-hour class. Chad Christensen with Aaron Wells as the navigator in a 2011 Chevy Corvette Z06.
How many years did it take us to get smart and finally bring clipboards?
A few.
Yes,
a few
I
more
know.
than I'd like to admit.
Yeah, you'd think we would have gotten a little bit smarter earlier in covering this. And you can, boy, the sun now starting to pop through the clouds as we've pretty much had cloud cover up to this point with the race, but now the sun coming through. But boy, when you look at the forecast, you couldn't ask for better. High of just 81 expected today with mostly sunny skies.
There goes Chad and Aaron. That brings us our 120 Extreme class. We've got 4 entries here. Now, what Extreme means is that your target speed and your tech speed are the same. So instead of having a perfect time that you are shooting for, you're basically going for keeping your speed at 120 miles an hour for as much of the course as possible. Todd Gransky and Dylan Gransky will start us off in the 120 Extreme very shortly.
And they certainly know what this race is all about. They've been here before. Todd Gransky out of Utica, Nebraska. Now this gives us a moment to remind you that our live video stream of today's race will end after every car has left the start line, but we will continue with coverage of the race as Dave Burney is at the turnaround point, and he'll have radio reports on the return trip for these drivers. And so we'll have coverage of the race continuing throughout the afternoon and the rest of the morning on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Also on the free KBBN Thunderbird app.
This is the winning duo, Todd and Dylan Gransky of the 120 Extreme last year. They did this in a time of 29 minutes, 12.699 seconds. Their average speed was 113.5 miles an hour, and they can go as fast as 120 miles an hour the whole time. So you're just looking to average the fastest speed, which I think a lot of the extreme drivers say is so much fun. And off go the Granskys. That brings Daniel Whipple and Matt Christensen, their 2014 Nissan GTR.
Well, we apologize. Another one of those entries not listed in our program here today, so not able to give you information as far as where the drivers come from, but we appreciate them being here today. Participating.
I can tell you about the car, though. These cars put down a lot of speed, and we've seen them do so at SORC over the years. Straight out of the factory, a twin-turbo V6 under the hood of these cars, and they put down a lot of boost. Off go Daniel and Matt. Carl Hansen is next. The 2013 Ford Mustang, our third out of 4 cars in the 120 Extreme class.
Carl, another one of our drivers from the state of Colorado, coming from beautiful Colorado Springs, says they look forward to returning to the beautiful Sandhills of Nebraska and the hospitality of the people in the region. Their 7th year participating since first running in the event back in 2011.
Do have another update from the other end of the course. Now this was a little bit ago, but all 100-mile-an-hour class cars are in, which was not that long ago. Still on the same page on the grid that I'm on right now, so good to see that they are all in. Les Steinoff is going to be our last 120 Extreme class car. This is a 2022 Chevy Corvette. We're in the Extreme 120 class.
Les Steinoff from Montera, California, making a long trip here to Arnold, Nebraska. Back racing in Arnold for their 19th year. Great to have you back.
After this, we will move to the, well, it's cut off on my sheet here, but it is the 115-mile-an-hour class. That'll be the target speed of our next class here. The tech speed of 145 miles an hour. Winner of the 115-mile-an-hour class last year was Chad Christensen with Aaron Wells. They were in a different class this year, so we'll have a new winner this year. The question will be, who is it?
Car number 11 at the start line, Eric Schmidt of Lincoln, Nebraska. Always looks forward to coming back to Arnold for the Sandhills Open Road Challenge.
And they've got the cone out, and they did have Eric shut off his engine, so we might have a pretty good break here, Brent. So I think we got a little bit of time. All
right, we'll pause for a radio commercial break. You are listening to live coverage of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com, and the free KBBN Thunderbird app, recognized now as the official voice of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Of course, we're live with our video stream as well. Again, you can access that through sandhillsexpress.com, on the Sandhills Express Facebook page and Sandhills Express YouTube channel. Back with more after this. Towing or transport, it often comes at a time that you didn't see coming. That's why Trumbull Repair and Towing Service offers it 24/7. So when you're stranded and need emergency roadside assistance, call Dan at 870-2127. Trumbull Repair offers mechanical service, welding, and mobile welding. Trumbull Repair and Towing Service, a half-mile east of Callaway on Highway 40, but serving the entire area. Call 870-2127.
Get ready for raw power and roaring engines at the 2025 Truck and Tractor Pull, Sunday, August 10th at 2 at the Custer County Fairgrounds in Broken Bow. Presented by the Custer County Ag Society, this Heartland Division showdown will shake the ground with outlaw-level action. Enjoy the beer garden, food vendors, and a full afternoon of adrenaline-pumping pulls. Tickets available at the gate, 15 for adults, 10 for kids, and little ones under 4 get in free. Don't miss the thunder. You'll feel it in your chest at the Custer County Fairgrounds August 10th at 2.
When your car needs fixed, getting it running right is all you should have to worry about. The last thing you need is wondering if the shop you're taking it to is honest and trustworthy. You won't worry about that at all with A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. They offer a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on non-wear items to give you peace of mind. Ask for a complimentary digital inspection to save headaches down the road. They invite you to the action and fun of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Proud to sponsor coverage, A1 Auto Repair in Arnold.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community, and they're very excited for the SORC organizers as they get ready for the Open Road Challenge. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics want to remind you of their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Enjoy the excitement of SORC from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
The 25th Sandhills Open Road Challenge is here, and they're ready to celebrate at Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold. They'd love to see you anytime, but definitely don't miss Saturday night after the barbecue and awards. BJ Jameson will be at Grazer's, filling the air with great tunes to fuel the night. Celebrate 25 years of SORC at Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold. Welcome back, drivers, and see you soon, race fans. Make sure to follow Grazer's on Facebook to keep up with specials.
Trotter Service is your hometown auto repair and tire shop. Proud to support the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Whether it's a new battery, brakes, alignment, or any other repair, they have the auto repair specialist to get it done right for all your vehicles. Remember, they offer bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire service, too. Enjoy the SORC racing action. Brought to your radio in part by Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
Now we come back to Arnold, Nebraska. We're at the start line of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge, the 25th running of this amazing event. Hard to believe it was 25 years ago when just 36 cars participated. Now here we are in 2025 with well over 140 participants in this year's race. As we continue, many of the cars have been out on the course. We've had some of the mile-per-hour classes already in their opening leg of this two-leg race. Of course, this is a down and back race, as we get ready for car number 11 now, Eric Schmidt, to take off on his journey.
Eric Schmidt has got Mike Puchala in that 1989 Chevy Corvette with him. We've got 7 cars in this 115 mile an hour class. All 125 mile an hour cars have reached the other end of the course.
Well, the sun has come out almost in full force now as we've had some nice cloud cover to get this event started today. But now the sun's starting to show itself. Still just a beautiful morning. You think about some of the days we've run this event in the past when, oh man, it has, at times you think, is this the hottest day of the year? But today, very comfortable. Highs expected of just 81 degrees today with mostly sunny skies.
Off goes Eric Schmidt. Kelly Bork and Ryan King next in their 2019 Chevy Corvette.
Kelly Bork listed in our program from Boyden, Iowa. They note in the program, they say this every year, but this is about the people. So many incredible people who work this event that we should be so thankful for. Very well said, Kelly. We would echo those sentiments. A lot of people come together in this community and around this area to put on this event. We kind of gave you the numbers of what it takes volunteer-wise to make this event take place. So many volunteers here at the start line, and then the many that are out along the roadway to keep eye on what is happening in front of the drivers. Of course, the emergency personnel here from several different area departments.
And the result of all of these years of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge has been approximately $1.75 million of proceeds going to area causes and organizations collectively.
Boy, that's pretty neat when you think about the money that is given back to the community to do great things.
Dustin Sabatka and Todd Schneider are next in the third car of 7 in the 115 mile an hour class in their 1996 Chevy Camaro.
From Valparaiso, Nebraska, they've been a part of SORC since 2007.
They placed 5th last year. We're just over 2 seconds off of a perfect time. Car 201 is next. This is Ryan Furstenau and Rich Clements in a 2001 Dodge Viper.
Again, we welcome you aboard. If you're just tuning in, we continue to work our way through the start of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. A couple of mile-per-hour classes left yet, Jeremy? Are we kind of starting to get to kind of some of the final classes?
Yeah, we've got the 110 and the 105 left, and that would be it after this one. And this is after this class is actually when you'll head back to the studio and get ready to engineer for Dave, who will have driver interviews as the drivers are in line waiting to come back from the other side of the race. So make sure you keep tuned to 95.3 KBBN as Dave's coverage will continue SORC coverage after we close up shop here at the starting line in Arnold.
Yeah, thanks, Jeremy. Glad you mentioned those driver interviews. Dave has had the opportunity here in the last couple of days to visit with some of the drivers who are back here for this 25th anniversary celebration, and we'll try to feature some of those interviews for you in our coverage later this morning through the afternoon on KBBN Radio.
Next car is a 2010 Chevy Camaro. This is Jeff and Brian Gordon. And they're all black Chevy Camaro. There is not much color besides black. They've got yellow calipers inside the wheels, but that is it.
Jeff from Wichita, Kansas, third year participating in this event.
All 120-mile-an-hour cars are in. On the other side, car 787 next, Kevin Wiesbeck and Mike Sayer in their 2017 Chevy Corvette Z06 gray in color.
Coming to us from Aberdeen, South Dakota. Been to the Loop-to-Loop and this Sandhills Open Road Challenge road race several times. Says they placed in 3 of the events. And they're, I'm sure, hoping that they can make that happen again this year. Of course, we talk about the Loop-to-Loop race. We've mentioned that a few times during our coverage today. That is a road race that was added to the festivities about 12, 13 years ago or so. A race that takes place between Halsey and Purdom. That took place earlier this week on Thursday.
The light is green, and off goes Kevin and Mike. The last car of the 115-mile-an-hour class is a blue 2013 Dodge Viper driven by Jack Jones.
Jack coming to us from the state of Iowa. 9th year coming to this wonderful event. Says has been both a driver and navigator, and each year they come thinking they'll have it all figured out, just to find out they did not. And that just speaks to the challenge of this course and the road that these drivers are on.
Hey guys, they're going to ask you to move back if you go out there, just to save you some
And,
time.
you know, we talk about what brings these people back year after year. As we read their bios and such, they so many times just talk about the hospitality and the people, but it's the challenge of the road that brings a lot of these drivers back year after year as well.
There goes car 999, and there goes the end of the 115-mile-an-hour class.
So with that said, we're going to take a short timeout. Jeremy's going to move over. He'll take you the rest of the way. I'll be headed back to the studio. Don't forget, we got more coverage throughout the day on KBBN Radio. Back with more after this.
With Rain Dance Repair, proud to be your local connection for beehive, pivot monitoring, and control systems, as well as soup cup bins. Whether you're needing to get your augers up to date and bins repaired or need a new system, Rain Dance Repair can help. If you haven't heard about Beehive Smart Connected Technology, give Rich a call. He'll get you set up for monitoring and control of your pivots without subscription fees, while also saving time and money. Call Rich at Rain Dance Repair at 870-4455, your local Soup Cup and Beehive Ag Connection.
And as we come back, we see the beginning of the 110-mile-an-hour class with Joe Schoen, one of the visionaries of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. He's got John Hessinger with him in the 2011 Chevy Corvette, blue in color, out on the course in this 110-mile-an-hour class. Joe also one of only 4 drivers with perfect attendance in the SORC in its 25 years. As we bring forward car number 6, it's Chris Kuczynski, a 1977 Ford Cobra 2. It's red, white, and blue in color, and it says on the hood scoop, born for the fast lane. And it's off and ready to get going on the course. There we go. I like the smoke from that one. Brings forward our third of 13 cars, Gregory Erlandson and Chris Cutmore in a 2016 Ford Mustang GT. Beautiful white color, the black accents. Again, these cars are going for a target speed of 110 miles an hour, which would give them a perfect time if they average that speed. In order to average that speed, they can go as fast as 145 miles an hour in this second to last class, the 110 mile an hour class. And Jeremy Scheib with you here on the microphone. Brent Apperson is heading back to the studio. He will control things from the studio as Dave Burney will have coverage in the second half of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. If you want to hear some driver interviews, Dave talks to them as they're in their cars getting ready to head out on the course from the turnaround point. You can tune to that on KBBN, whether it's 95.3 FM, kbbn.com, or the free KBBN app. Right now we've got about 30 or so cars left as we see car 285 pulled to the starting line. This is Tom Sorrells and Gina Sola in a 2010 Dodge Viper ACR. You look at the 110 mile an hour class last year. Tom got second place, was just .265 off of perfect. Wild that you can be about a quarter second off, and that's only good enough for second place. But Tom's going to give her a rip here in the 110 mile an hour class in that Viper and see what he can do with that red and black car. As they're holding him up at the starting line here momentarily. We'll see if we hear anything on the reason. Nothing coming over the radios at the moment. So this might be a timing issue as they're talking to the folks that are running the light system in the truck. This will give us an opportunity to tell you a little bit more about Tom. I'm a one-man show now, so I don't have Brent here to run the book as I'm running the other items, but tell you a little bit about Tom. Comes to us from Odessa, Texas. Jeremy Riley, the navigator, shootout driver, hometown. Odessa, Texas. Jeremy drove in this shootout. They said they're excited about returning to the SORC and loop-to-loop for 2025. This will be their 10th year to participate in the event, and it's by far the best and most challenging race on the open road racing circuit. They say it's the highlight of the season, and they so look forward to the festivities, food, fun, pies, and ice cream found nowhere else. They want to thank Zach Hagler and his wife Heather for putting them up and putting up with them the past 8 years and treating them like family. Many friendships have been made from this event over the years. 2021 was a volunteer year at the SORC for them, a great experience. They said the guys and gals work so hard and do so much, and they gave many thanks to the volunteers, patrons, and race organizers as well. Those two have been racing together for 12 years now and work together as real estate appraisers and brokers in Odessa, Midland, Texas in their off season. Car 289 coming our direction next. This is Aaron Anderson and Kendra Anderson in a 2017 Ford Shelby GT350. Coming to us from the capital city of Lincoln, Nebraska. Their 18th SORC event, and they keep coming back each year to have fun with their racing friends who have become family to them. Every year they look forward to August, and it can not get here fast enough. And I will say on the air, maybe Brent has gotten to his car and is listening. Brent, you left your phone here, but I'll be back. I'll be at the studio shortly as well, and I will obviously bring that phone with me, so don't stress. There goes Aaron and Kendra Anderson. Brings car 747 our direction next. Casey Richards listed as the driver, Bill Mischnick as the navigator, this 2005 Porsche 911. As dark of a blue color as you'll ever see. In fact, to the naked eye it looks black, but it is listed as blue on the grid. Coming to us from Omaha, Nebraska. Casey and I have been driving or volunteering in SORC for the last 10 years, maybe 11, it's hard to say. The one thing they do know is that family they stay with has become family to them, and watching the kids grow up, seeing them every year and how everyone is doing has become Christmas in the summer to them. and they are looking forward to another year of the SORC family reunion. There goes Casey and Bill. Car 315 is next. This is Kevin Miller and Chuck Kinsey in a 2020 Ford Shelby GT 500. Kevin is an electrical engineer from Littleton, Colorado. It's his 5th year participating in the SORC loop-to-loop and shootout, and he enjoys competing in all forms of motorsport. Bruce is a retired electrical engineer from Littleton, Colorado. It's his 4th year navigating in the SORC loop-to-loop and shootout. He enjoys camping and spending time at his mountain cabin. They're looking forward to seeing friends back at the amazing event that is SORC, and they gave a special thanks to all the volunteers who make it all possible. And we started our broadcast by mentioning it takes well over 300 volunteers to make the Sandhills Open Road Challenge happen. Car 134 comes to the starting line next as Kevin and Chuck head out on the course. This is Jeremy Gossin in a 2001 Chevy Corvette Z06. Gossin Brothers Racing is happy to be here participating out of Papillion. They call it the Half Evil 333 Corvette Z06. It's a forged motor, supercharged, methanol injected setup, making in excess of 675 horsepower. It went 197.3 miles an hour in July 2022 at the 1.25 mile Big Blue Mile event. They want to send a big thank you to the Arnold and surrounding communities that put forth so much effort to make SORC possible. All I can say is wow. After that, the tires were breaking loose 150 yards down the road. As we bring forward Jeff Kreutz and Dalton Mason in their 2016 McLaren 675 LT. This is a very cool car. If you're able to see this one in person, highly encourage that you do so. Check this thing out on the video stream. They're from Olathe, Kansas. Competed in the SORC previously, driving an Aston Martin Rapide in 2021, and again in 2024 driving the McLaren. Dalton Mason, who navigated in 2024, is expected to return again this year. Jeff says he absolutely loves the race and the wonderful volunteers that make it possible. Lots of power in that McLaren as it heads off on the course. Car 981 is our 4th to last driver here in this 110 mile an hour class. It is Andrew Ramft, a 2018 Porsche Boxster GTS. Andrew comes up to the starting line in that 981 car. Says he loves SORC and loop-to-loop because of the people in this part of Nebraska. Flew fighters in the Air Force and recently moved to Colorado Springs. Happy to have you here in central Nebraska, Andrew. Again, after this 110 mile an hour class, we will have the 105 mile an hour class, which is the final class of Sandhills Open Road Challenge 2025 to take off on the first of 2 legs here at the starting line in Arnold. Car 777. This is Connor Long with Leah Axemet and a 2002 Chevy Corvette Z06. Connor Long coming to us from Broomfield, Colorado. 3rd year at SORC, 2nd doing the loop-to-loop earlier this week. Every year is a blast, and he enjoys chatting with other racers and seeing the varieties of cars out on the road. Gavin did just show me a note that says that they did note there is maybe a little bit of light moisture, very light moisture on the other end of the course later on in the course that they are monitoring. Dan Axcomet and Dan Lee. It's the two Dans in this yellow Corvette. It's a 2016 Chevy Corvette. Our second to last car here in the class. Coming to us from Colorado, Broomfield to be specific. Has done SORC since 2003. Loves coming to the SORC and visiting with all the racing friends they've made over the years. Have also made many friends with people from Arnold and surrounding communities. This will be Dan Lee's third year being Dan Axomet's navigator. He enjoyed it so much he has to come back every year. They took second place in the SORC 120-mile-an-hour division last year. And they, as many other drivers do, said thank you to Arnold and the volunteers. That brings us our last car of the 110-mile-an-hour class, Jay Hill and Corinne Hill, also in a matching, almost to the identical to the car that just went out, also a 2016 Chevy Corvette Z06. Jay and Kathy say this is the highlight of their year coming to Arnold, Nebraska for the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Ten seconds out. Want to say thank you to our gold broadcast sponsors, Anderson Auto Tech of Broken Bow, Mills Hardware of Arnold, and Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. As we bring to the starting line, Mike Black, the first car, the 105-mile-an-hour class in his 2025 Chevy Corvette Z06. Brent mentioned it at the beginning of the broadcast, and I will certainly mention it again. Last year, Mike did what all of these drivers are trying to do. He achieved perfection. 0.000 was his time off of perfect, which would be exactly perfect in his 2022 Chevy Corvette that year. That was a 2025 Chevy Corvette, dark red in color, and Mike is going to head out and try to achieve perfection again. Brings forward car 107, Terry Pollard and Gary Halstead in a 2013 Chevy Corvette Z06. '11th year racing, both SORC and loop-to-loop. Gary has been the navigator the past 8 years, and Gary and his wife, Mary Jo, have been gracious enough to allow him to stay with them throughout all of the racing in Arnold. They become his Arnold family. And when you've done these races for a while, Terry says, you come to realize how much work and coordination is required. So he also expressed gratitude and appreciation to everyone from organizers and sponsors to the numerous volunteers involved. And he wishes everyone safe and fun racing again this year. 17th to last car here in the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Car 20 comes to the starting line. This is Tommy Dale Vines and Marcia Graves. 2002 Chevy Corvette Z06, red in color. Again, average target speed is 105. Tech speed is 140 miles an hour. If they run this race perfect, both legs, they will do it in 31 minutes, 36 seconds flat. All 120-mile-an-hour extreme cars are in at the other end. All 115-mile-an-hour cars are in at the other side as well. Tommy Dale Vines, 23 years ago, attended the Black Hills Corvette Rally. While there, they ran into 3 guys pitching a new event in the Sandhills. Those guys were Bruce Younglove, Joe Schoen, and John Schmidt. There wasn't a lot of takers, but thankfully they found Dave and twisted his arm. Dave immediately called his buddy, also known as Leroy, and the rest is history. They never attended another Corvette rally, but they haven't missed their annual trip to Arnold, Nebraska. Car 25 is next. This is Leroy Uhrig and Chad DeVries in a 2008 Shelby GT 500. As they come to the starting line, Leroy says that the Low Beer Light race team appreciates all the hard work that everyone puts into the event. Said these small American towns in central Nebraska are the heart of this family gathering each year. At the time, he said he wasn't sure who was going to be navigating for him at the event this year, but he's got Chad with him, and they are off and running. 5th car in the class is Denny Powell. He's got Jerry McKenzie with him. That's his car number 48. 2019 Chevy Corvette Z06. Denny says, first of all, huge congratulations on the 25th anniversary of SORC. Both Denny and Connie are retired and live in Wichita, Kansas. It's their 16th year running in the SORC and their 10th year in the Loop-to-Loop earlier this week. They're driving a silver and black 2019 Z06 for the 7th year. They bought this car new and took delivery at the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and then drove it back to Kansas, which was their first of many adventures they have had with the car. And they want to thank their hosts this week, Gary and Mary Jo Halstead. They said they are the absolute best. This is our 5th car of now 17, as we do have a scratch in this class later on. As we get closer to the end of the 25th anniversary of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. And what a great 25th year it has been. The first 2 days and certainly the racing so far here today. Absolutely beautiful weather. Lots of safe but exciting racing out there. And now Denny Powell headed out. Brings forward car 101. This is Bill Harvey and Mike Hanna in a 2000 Chevy Corvette. It is bright yellow in color. Glad to have Bill and Mike here for the 25th anniversary of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. There was not a 105 mile an hour class in the first year of SORC when the 36 cars competed. There was, however, an 80, 90, a 100, a 110, and a 120 mile an hour class in that first year. Again, only 4 drivers have entered every SORC race from 2001 to 2024. And now 2025, Lyle Eckberg, Ted Hughes, Joe Schoen, and Wayne Hora. Car 133 is next. It's Joe Wolf with Liz Franzen as the navigator. In this all black Chevy Corvette Z06. Joe said he's still driving the 2016 Corvette for the challenges and can't wait to get back to Arnold and let the fun begin. Says the same thing that we hear from a lot of people. The year flies by as they are waiting for the next SORC race, but as it gets closer, they're just kind of waiting on pins and needles to get back and compete again. Good to have Joe back from Pierre, South Dakota. And they're off. That brings forward car 151. Eric Drake with Kenna Drake as the navigator. A rookie driver in the 2017 Chevy Camaro. Eric is a 25-year Air Force veteran. Bought the car in the summer of 2022 at the ripe age of 51, hence the car number. It's a 2017 Camaro ZL1 modified by Vengeance Racing out of Atlanta and wrapped by Gorilla Wraps of Denver, Colorado. His daughter, the navigator, took to racing after riding along on a couple of track days, and they've been counting the days until she's old enough to road race. She's on a great path of her own, it says, and has been accepted to the Arizona State Engineering Program and was crowned Homecoming Queen this year. She's working toward being a mechanical engineer in the auto industry. And off go Eric and Kenna. Car 261 is next. This is Jeremy Fox with Quentin Fox as the navigator. They're driving a 2017 Chevy Corvette Grand Sport with that 261 number on the side. Jeremy says his son and him have had a great time. They had a great time last year and are looking forward to SORC again. They are truly grateful to all of the volunteers making SORC possible for the past 25 years. I want to take a moment to thank our silver broadcast sponsors, including Reed's Food Center of Arnold, Trumbull Repair and Towing, the Custer County Ag Society, A1 Auto Repair, the Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Trotter Service, Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold, and Rain Dance Repair, all making our coverage possible. Car 357 up to the starting line. This is T. Coy Morales and Kim Morales in a 2018 Chevy Camaro ZL1. T. Coy has been participating in open road races since 2016, including Big Bend, Silver State, and then in 2020 added the SORC to that schedule. Kim started navigating in 2020. They're looking forward to another great week. They're coming to us from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Tim Zimmerman and Cecilia Zimmerman are next in their 2014 Dodge Charger. Gray in color, sporting that 415 on the side. Coming to us from Sandy, Utah. 5th year at SORC. Tim was born in Nebraska and moved away when he was 8. And he said, for some reason, visiting always feels like going home. He stopped at the visitor center in 2024 in North Platte, was chatting with the host, and told him I remembered my kindergarten teacher's name and the school, but not a whole lot more. He knew the family of the kindergarten teacher. The car he runs started life as a 2014 Dodge Charger SRT, and he bought on a whim. Needed a 4-door to get the wife to agree to it, and the SRT reminded him of the cars he drove when he was young. He said, as it turns out, it makes a pretty good open road racing car. And over the years, it's turned into more of a serious race car. He added a supercharger last year, as long-term plans including more specific race modifications. Car 462 is now, it's Jason Rader and Kate Rader at the starting line. Jason Rader, one of the greatest drivers in NASCAR history, says here in the book. It's got a picture of Ricky Bobby there in the book as well. Jason has everything a dim-witted daredevil could want. A luxurious mansion, a smoking hot wife named Kate, and all the fast food he can eat. But Jason's turbocharged lifestyle hits an unexpected speed bump when he's bested by flamboyant Euro idiot and Porsche fetishist Tom Kirk and reduced to a fear-ridden wreck. Glad to have you back, Jason. Car 462 out on the track. Car 866 is next. This is Quentin Blair and Will Walton in a 2022 Toyota Supra. Supra is well known as very good racing cars. This is Quentin's first open road challenge. He's an avid cyclist and auto enthusiast and has too many cars to list. Most of them are classics or clunkers. In order to keep speeding in check, his daily is a 93 Toyota pickup with over 312,000 miles on the clock. I venture to guess that newer Supra does not have that many miles on it. He's ready to go out there and go fast and have a good time in the 105 mile an hour class. Car 997 comes to us next. This is John Belford with Mike Belford as the navigator in a 2023 Porsche 911 GT3. They're a father and son team from Omaha. They've been lifelong car enthusiasts and big fans of the SORC races since its inception. They're excited for their second trip to the Sandhills. Last time was in 2022. They're enjoying their time here again, coming from Omaha. And the countdown is on. Our fourth to last car here in the 2025 SORC. While we have another moment, want to thank our bronze sponsors of radio coverage: Fixed Rent Auto Body, First State Insurance, BD, Arnold Insurance Agency, Broken Bow Auto Parts, Sandhills Corral, Agribest Feeds, State Farm Insurance Agent Donna Cahill, and South Loop Community Pharmacy. You'll continue to hear those sponsors as we continue coverage the remainder of the day, as the cars will come the other direction on the second leg of the race. Dave Burney will have coverage from that end of the race going forward here today, as we do hear from the other end of the course that all 110 mile an hour cars have arrived on that side. $144 total cars in SORC 2025. As we bring forward our third to last car. This is car 605 with Jack Schmidt behind the wheel. Jake Schmidt is his navigator in this 2007 Chevy Corvette. Jack says his son Jake and him have enjoyed participating in SORC and loop-to-loop the past years. And he got a new-to-me car this year. It'll be challenging to move into a faster class. So Jack and Jake are going to go out there, bringing this new-to-them car from Willow Lake, South Dakota, and see what they can accomplish here in the 105 mile an hour class. Again, a perfect time on this first leg is 16 minutes, 24 seconds flat. Joseph Trujillo is up next, the driver of a 2018 Chevy Camaro ZL1. And whatever cam he's got in that car has got a lot of lope to it, I can tell you that. This is an awesome looking Camaro. I've been talking about the blue cars throughout the day. They kind of caught my eye today for some reason. I'm feeling the blue cars, but my nature is white cars with black accents. So this one is speaking to me. Glad to have Joseph along here. Second to last car of SORC 2025. A lot of power getting off the line. Had to flutter that gas pedal to not break loose all the way down the road. As we bring forward our final car of SORC 2025, it's Ricky Tolbert. And Ricky's going to be that much more aerodynamic, as the gentleman at the starting line got a grasshopper off of his back fender there a moment ago. Car 413 coming to us from Midland, Texas. Ricky is a rookie driver. It says, just here to drive fast on your roads and hang out with friends. Ricky and his wife love to open road race. He said she is so awesome that even though she cannot make this race, she still allows him to come and be a part of the race and enjoy the awesome town. And there goes Ricky. And all cars are now out on the course for SORC 2025. Again, the turnaround is coming your direction as we continue coverage on the Sandhills, on KBBN Radio, 95.3 FM, as well as kbbn.com and the free Thunderbird app. So make sure you tune in there if you want to hear some race interviews. I know we have several of you that tune in that way remotely, just as you are right now when it comes to the race itself on the video side of things. So they'll tear down all the equipment, they'll head to the other side, and they'll send the cars this direction. And lots of interviews will be coming your direction with Dave Burney on that end of the race on KBBN Radio. We just recently thanked our radio sponsors. Let's thank our video sponsors one last time before we close out our video broadcast. Thank you to First State Insurance, Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill, Mills Hardware in Arnold, Nebraska State Bank, A1 Auto Repair, Power Solutions, Trotter Service, Ferreter Auto Parts, Aero Aviation, Govier Brothers Mortuary with the Arnold and Mullen Funeral Homes, Cobblestone Hotel and Suites, Rods Body and Paint, High Street Insurance and Financial Services of Callaway, the Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers, Grazer's Bar and Grill, Four County Boutique in Arnold, and Dahlia Valley Ranch. And it's worth reminding you folks that a full replay of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge is available on our YouTube page when we go final here today, as well as all of the past video streams that we have done over the years here at SORC. We are going to take one last commercial break, and when we come back, we'll close things out from here at SORC 2025.
Anderson Auto Tech is ready to serve you Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, West Highway 2, Broken Bow, just off the curve. Dave and his crew pride themselves on doing the work you need done right while being honest and showing care for your vehicle. For personalized small-town service you won't find anywhere else, head to Anderson Auto Tech. With technology and custom fabricating at their fingertips, they can handle what other shops can't. Anderson Auto Tech in Broken Bow.
Proud to support the exciting road racing action of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. Mills Hardware in Arnold. They have 350 feet of strong, reliable, consistent Milwaukee tools that they want you to see. 3 aisles of Milwaukee tools that lead the industry in durability and performance. They are proud to be the area's premier Milwaukee connection at Mills Hardware in Arnold. Happy to support the Sandhills Open Road Challenge Race Week.
John here with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers, informing you that now might be the best time to get a value for your recreational land that's really not adding to your bottom line. That's right. Your land could be of major interest for that person looking for quality deer hunting, waterfowl hunting, or whatever the recreation is. Call me, John Farley, and take advantage of a time with very little inventory on the market. I would be happy to give you a no-obligation opinion of value. Check me out at LashleyLand.com.
At Reed's Food Center in Arnold, they're proud to have served the Arnold community for over 40 years. They're proud to keep local dollars in Arnold. Offer the best selections at low prices and embody small-town friendliness in everything they do. From catering, custom meat cutting, seasoning, and tying roasts, to carrying your groceries to your car, Reed's Food Center in Arnold, proud sponsors of Sandhills Open Road Challenge action. Like their Facebook page or visit reedsfoodcenter.com.
When you need towing or transport, it often comes at a time that you didn't see coming. That's why Trumbull Repair and Towing Service offers it 24/7. So when you're stranded and need emergency roadside assistance, call Dan at 870-2127. Trumbull Repair offers mechanical service, welding, and mobile welding. Trumbull Repair and Towing Service, a half-mile east of Callaway on Highway 40, but serving the entire area. Call 870-2127.
And we welcome you back one more time here from the starting line of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge year 2025, the 25th anniversary of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. And what a 25 years it has been. Started in 2001 with 36 cars, donated $4,500 that year, did the SORC group. And now they have donated as much as 6 figures in a year several times before. This race, this community, the racers, the volunteers, it's all come so far in those 25 years. And the race isn't even halfway over. Coverage will tune over to just KBBN as we will end our video stream with you this morning. And you'll be able to tune in with Dave with lots of great coverage there from the other end of SORC 2025. Again, we'll encourage you to patronize those businesses which have brought you SORC 2025 coverage, not only today, but during the shootout yesterday and the loop-to-loop race yesterday as well. We wish you a great rest of your day. We'll break away coverage right now and encourage you to continue to listen to SORC 2025 coverage on the Thunderbird KBBN Radio.